Exhorresco. Exhorresco. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. We've got 3 horror-themed hot sauces for this Halloween season, including First Jason Slasher Sauce Part 2, Exhorresco, and Hellfire's Halloween Hell 2022. I don't have 2024 yet. So let's try these. First things we're going to do, we are going to start off with First Jason Slasher Sauce Part 2. Now, if you're not sure what First Jason is and all that, it's literally the guy, Ari Lehman, who played the first Jason in the Friday the 13th movies. And I'm not talking the guy in the mask or whatever. I'm talking in the dream sequence at the end, the mutant kid who pulls the young lady out of the canoe into the water. Now, he also has a band called First Jason, where he plays guitar and they do syntax. I don't know, but they play a bunch of themed songs. Fun live performance. Dude's hilarious. I love the whole thing. Plus, you know, it's a whole Friday the 13th type thing. It's just, you know, always cool. So the pepper in this is a habanero sauce. There are a number of other sauces that they have that I have reviewed. I just realized it has a very similar label to one of the other ones, and I realized I hadn't gotten to this one. So I'm like, why not? So let's get this guy open, see if it's got something on top here. We've got no guy on top. I love that. Let's give her a sniff here. Oh, that's habanero. That will get you right in the nose, and that does kind of suck. Let's try it out. Oh, that is a quicker than I expected pour. And I don't want to tip it too much, but you can see it's on my knife. Whoop. There you go. That's pretty tasty. I like that. Good sauce. There's definitely habanero in it. You can definitely feel that coming right away. It's a little bit hitting me in the back of my throat. It's doing pretty good there. Doing a nice number. No sweat. Let's give this a few minutes to cook and see how I feel. It's hot. You know, it's a nice habanero sauce. Got some good heat, good flavor. I really like the flavor. I'd say it's like a 4 out of 10 as far as the heat goes. And you know, I'm kind of digging this. I'm surprised I didn't get to this sooner. On to the next one. So the next sauce we have is, let's see if I say this right, Exhorresco. I think I said that right. I probably said it wrong. If you know how to say it right, cool. You can tell me if you want. Doesn't matter. But this sauce ought to be a lot of fun. It is a 7 Pot Primo pepper in there, which you know those are fun. I don't really know much about this sauce. It was given to me, so I'm kind of excited to see what it's like. And I'm also a little nervous. So let's see what we got here. No restrictor. Let's give this boy. Ooh, I'm catching fumes from here. Let's give it a sniff. Oh, that was whew. So that got me to tear up. That was kind of dumb, but that's what we do here. We do this so you don't have to. Let's try it out. It is a quicker pour. Oh, it is making my eyes water. You see, I got that on there. Here we go. Oh, this is a hot one. It's hitting my tongue immediately. The roof of my mouth and the back. Flavor's okay. You taste the peppers. I mean, that's pretty much it. My lips are a little tingly. I'm getting it behind the ears. Yeah, I'm catching it. Catching the fire breath. This is one of those tough ones. I am sweating a little bit. Yeah. Woo. Hot. And just burning my tongue. But 7 Pot Primo, you expect that kind of thing. 7 Pot Primo is sometimes the hottest pepper in the world. This is super hot. I grossly underestimated it, which is great. Woo. Is kicking my butt. That's pretty good though. I'm not upset about that. Alright, gave it a couple minutes there to really let it sink in. It is still burning pretty good. Not all the way down my throat. I am sweating a little bit. That's pretty cool. It is a savory sauce. I want to give this an 8 out of 10 because it's still kicking my butt, which is pretty amazing, I gotta say. Not the hottest sauce I've had in the past year, but it's up there. It is definitely up there. Alright, and our third sauce for this week is Hellfire's Halloween Hell 2022. Now, they put out a couple of these, and I didn't get the new one in time. Sorry about that. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you get behind stuff, and honestly, I forgot to order it in a timely fashion. That's okay. These things do happen. But I have a sauce, so it's okay. It's a this is gonna be a fun one too. No restrictor on the top, if you can see that. So this is a Carolina Reaper and Trinidad Scorpion sauce, which means it's probably gonna hurt, which is exciting. Let's give it a sniff. So the 3 remaining nose hairs that I had just were scorched out of my head. They did get a little bit of a tear up there. Pretty brutal. Let's try it out. Oh, careful. Don't want to spill it. Oh. Alright, this one's a little bit of a regular pour. You see I got some on there. Let's give it a shot. Look out the back of the blade. Oh, that's sweet. That's why there's some sweetness there. I like this. There's a heat there. It's definitely sitting there. It's luring you in. Excuse me. I'm doing something. I did get it. It's a hot sauce. It's got that sweetness at first, and it lures you in. And just when you're like, oh, I feel safe. Bam! Crushes you. Woo! That was a fireball burp for sure. The heat's pretty... the heat's pretty good, especially coming back up. I just came right out through the nose. So after a couple minutes, got a sweat going on for sure. I had a couple burps that came out my nose. Really made things rough. It is a Swedish sauce at first. Sweet-ish, not Swedish like the nationality. Not bork. But sweet, and then the heat hits you. It sneaks in and it just gets you. And when I think of Halloween, I think of the various years that I went trick-or-treating as a kid, and it's my dad's birthday as well, so we would celebrate that. So we always had usually a good meal, and my dad loved pumpkin pie, so we'd have that. But I liked going around trick-or-treating and seeing the crazy decorations people would have up, and like knowing the amount of work they would put into some of this stuff, where it's like they literally half dug a grave in their front yard, or like they'd have decorations up and the next day they'd be gone. That always surprised the heck out of me, how like these people are getting up super early in the morning to remove all the zombies and corpses and whatever from their front yard. I don't have a ton of Pepsi, so I can't go crazy, but I will do the best I can with what I've got. This is what I can do. So we're not going to pour half a gallon of hot sauce into each one of these, just because I don't have enough Pepsi. I did not go shopping before I did this. I kind of sprung it on myself at the last second. First, Jason's slasher sauce part deux. That's the fancy way of saying it. We got our Pepsi. We got our sauce. We've got our mixer knife. Let's pour some of that in there. There we go. Oof. It's funny, that habanero really just sticks right out, and it's just, oh my goodness. It's a very powerful smell. I think it's the strongest smelling sauce of all of them, just for like distance and stuff. I mean, sure, the other ones are strong as far as like they'll knock your nose hairs out and all that, but this one's just strong smelling, like it cuts through everything, but it doesn't like kill you. So does First Jason's Slasher Sauce Part 2 Buffalo Pepsi? Let's find out. Go Bills. So it just tastes like habanero flavored Pepsi. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just a weird thing. It's kind of like Pepsi and habanero, and that's it. There's not really, like, the heat is there a little bit, and you can feel it a little bit coming on, but it's not really a make or break situation at all. Does it Buffalo Pepsi? Yeah, I guess, but not my first choice. Not there are other sauces that I think are better choices to do this. But it's still good. So there's that. Next, we've got Exhorresco. I'm probably saying that wrong. Does it Buffalo Pepsi? Here we go. That one kind of does. The heat just kicks you in the face. The flavor gets lost, but you just get heat. It just tastes like Pepsi that's super spicy. I'm not with like a hint of garlic, I guess. Like, that's kind of weird. So does it? Yeah, not really my thing, but I guess mathematically it does. I like that it's super spicy. That's kind of it's just a weird thing where it's like it's super sweet and then all of a sudden it's like BAM! Halloween Hell. Will Halloween Hell 2022 Buffalo Pepsi. Yes, it does. In fact, it is. The sweetness is very good. It kind of surprised me how that worked. I mean, the sweetness didn't surprise me. The heat coming on is cool, but the sweetness works out real well because it's a different flavor with the Pepsi that's already sweet, and then the heat kind of comes on and it's not so bad. It's a nice little mix there. I think that's great. First, Jason Slasher Sauce Part 2, made by Gemini Crow. It is a habanero sauce. When you sniff it, that's what you get, is habanero. It is a fast pour. It's a savory sauce, a 4 out of 10 heat. Buffalo Pepsi is kinda, but it doesn't really... I've had better. Overall, it's decent, though. The flavor is actually pretty good. Next up, Exhorresco. I'm probably saying that wrong. It is a 7-pot Primo sauce. You sniff it, you will tear up. It is a fast pour, savory sauce. 8 out of 10 heat. Hottest one we did on this particular review this week. A Buffalo Pepsi's... it wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Overall, this stuff was super hot. It surprised the crap out of me. I underestimated it. And don't you underestimate it. If you are not somebody who can handle your heat, don't even look at this stuff. It'll kill you. So, Hellfire hot sauce, Halloween Hell 2022. It's a Hellfire sauce. You can get it from Hellfire. It's got Carolina Reaper and Trinidad Scorpion in it. As far as the peppers go, it is... give it a sniff. It will get you teared up and burn some nose hairs. It's got a regular pour. It is sweet at first, and then the heat kind of kicks in. It is a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7 if you let it sit for a few minutes. Does Buffalo Pepsi? It does. This was probably the best sauce for the Buffalo Pepsi, just due to its being sweet, and then surprising you with the fire of burning for that. Plus, I always love the Hellfire sauces. They're always a lot of fun. So, that's all the sauces we have for this week. That's all of them, up and down. Had a few surprises that I was really not counting on. That Exhorresco surprised the heck out of me. You know, not a whole lot of winners with the Buffalo Pepsi. I'm starting to think that I have to check to see if the sauces have too much garlic in them. That doesn't seem to be very good for a Buffalo Pepsi, but the mission goes on. Like me on all the social media stuff. It's Hot Sauce Immolation. Follow the channel, watch the stuff, rate something if you want, send me hot sauce if you want to, and I will post these individual reviews on both the Hot Sauce Immolation Instagram, which will be at the bottom in a second, and actually I'm going to put it up here somewhere right now, and also on my personal one, my personal Instagram, which will also be here as well. So check all that out, like all that stuff, make it so that I'm a big time influencer, so I can go and have a hot sauce fight with the guy who does the hot sauce show with the celebrities, and I could go on there and, I don't know, arm wrestle him or something. Until next week, later.